Hi. I was thinking to myself, I was like, when was the last time I did like any sort of consistent type streaming? All I had to do was look at my feed right on Streamlabs and it's like, oh, but it hasn't been for like 3 months. That's crazy. Anyway, I naively thought to myself, I'm like, I haven't played Umineko in a while. I'm probably like super close to being done to the end of episode 1. I was like, why don't I just like check where I was and like pull up like a YouTube list. There's definitely like 6 more hours. Like 6 more hours of reading to get through the rest of this. Oh my god. Here, let's put this one on. Ooh, maybe let's not put that one on. I might cry if I listen to that. So, we're just gonna have a fun little happy time and get through as much of it as we can, because that's all we can really ask for at this point. Oh no, that's words. Sorry, I forgot that one sang. Let me just pull it up. So yeah, I'm trying to do. No, Ben, I can't do that. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I don't think that's happening tonight. I think my vocal cords would kill me. So we're gonna get through as much as I feel like I want to get through tonight. And I think that's the goal. Oh my god. Oh no. What the fuck? First of all, I streamed 2 weeks ago and no one wanted to come to the PS2 stream. It was just okay. That was a fun one. I need to do that again. That was a really fucked up setup. Let me pull this up. No, I'm not alive. You're alive though. That's good. I am doing okay. I'm gonna do a whole lot worse after I read for 3 hours straight. That's really gonna do a number on my vocal cords, but oh! Don't look behind me. You don't see anything. Hey, don't look at it. You should not be. You don't. What the where is it? Where'd it go? It was working earlier. Oh! There she is. I like the PS2. I need to do that for Xenosaga when I go forward with the. Oh. Sorry, I gotta take a second. I'm thinking way too much right now. Sorry. I gotta get my brain in order. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so let's talk about some things, right? Let's just talk about how much left there is of this fucking game. I've been playing this for a year. Let's check when the first log of this was, right? And that was, when was it? Oh, that is crazy. It was only 10. Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. I'm dumb. No, because just shut up. Just shut up, Max. I'm really being mean to myself today because I'm not ready to read. I'm really not ready to read. I forgot how much I gotta read and I gotta flip myself. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing great. I'm having a mental breakdown right now, as you can tell. I haven't had to do this in a while. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long amount of time for someone. Oh fuck. Okay. Ready? I'm not. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I'm gonna drag this out as long as I can. 6 more hours I have to do of this. Sorry, I gotta do a vocal warm-up first. Like, lunch ended, and the servants have removed the tableware and went to the kitchen. Oh. The wind and rain neither weakened nor strengthened, and the island remained cut off from the outside world. At first, it seemed as though Natsuhi planned to stop anyone from taking a step outside the room. Thanks, man. You know, what a way to really bring me back. That was a real great one. I am not gonna regret doing that for the rest of the time I'm reading this. My throat already feels shredded after that. Oh my god. But when it came time to prepare lunch, she finally She finally realized that would be impossible. However, in order to avoid having anyone alone in the kitchen, she told 3 servants to go together. Because of that, the servant... I can't... What do you expect me to do? In the 3 months, whatever months I'm gone, to remove a random fucking redeem? I wouldn't do that. Can I make it more? Oh, yay, channel points. Introducing channel points. I already know those. Edit? Manage. Oh, it's on an entirely different thing. No, I'm not doing that. I feel like I just swallowed a grapefruit spoon. Okay. You know, this is like a safe space to share everything here, but maybe that was something that didn't need to be shared. Because of that, the servants were the first ones given the right to leave that stuffy parlor, which had been packed with 11 people. Since breakfast had immediately followed that terrible incident. Oh, can you see my mouse? I don't know. Yeah, no, you can't, stupid. Preventing most of us from eating much, everyone tore into their lunches in silence.
I wish I was fucking dead,
she says.
I will wash the dishes so you can rest a while, Kanan-kun, Genji-san. Do you want something to drink?
I don't need anything. Kanan? I don't need anything either.
You two must have been so busy so early in the morning. You were probably out there killing everyone, weren't you? It's no wonder you're worn out.
I see how it is. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the one place it's not a safe space to talk about. It's a safe space for everything except grapefruit talk. So, sorry about that. The only noise was that of Kumasawa screaming at the top of her lungs because she just fell on the floor or something, washing the dishes, which resounded throughout the kitchen. Genji and Kanon sat in some chairs a short distance away, their eyes lightly closed. Just as Kumasawa had said, those two had probably built up a great deal of fatigue. But that didn't mean they could let it show in front of the relatives. Avoiding that was one of their virtues. After the silence had continued for some time, Kanon opened his mouth and muttered,
I fucking hate you.
Shannon, why did she have to die in such a horrible way? Hey, if you keep talking about grapefruits, I'm going to ban you. Sorry, that's actually punishable by death, if you talk about grapefruits, so... Oh... Forget about the manner of her death. It was nothing more than bad luck. You're right. It was nothing more than bad luck. She really just tripped over and her entire face fell off. It's just really bad luck that she fell into that meat grinder and half of her face just bore off. Ooh. They both self-silent again. Okay, wow. Starting off great, huh? They both fell silent once again. Kanon's expression was filled with grief.
To think that Shannon-chan's actually dead. That sucks. I still can't believe it. Poor thing.
What about the fruit? Grape? No, stop!
To think that Shannon-chan's dead and you have to think about her every day now because you're siblings and you'll be like, wow, I sure wish my sister was here, but she's dead. Damn, that must suck for you. Not being able to see her again feels like a lie. I just wanted to see her smiling face one more time. Stop talking about grapefruit.
Kumasawa spoke with her back facing them. She started breakdancing. After all, Kumasawa hadn't seen Shannon's corpse, so she had no trouble mentioning Shannon's face. What are you doing up there? I'm not blocking the text so people can read. That's what I'm doing up there. I'm staying up here. Shannon's face was so cool it didn't look like Hamburger Helper at all. When Cannon heard those words, it reminded him again of only half of Shannon's face had been left there, and his grieving expression twisted even further. You fucking bitch! Why did Beatrice-sama have to do that to Shannon? If she wanted a sacrifice, there were plenty of others to choose from. Why? 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 It was nothing more than bad luck. Stop. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. And the only thing up there is grapefruit. Oh god. Oh god. It was nothing more than grapefruit. If I had a grapefruit, I too would eat it. I would put sugar on it. Be a little salt. You know, I actually... I'm somewhat of a grapefruit myself. If we were less lucky, you or I may have been lying there instead of Shannon. Or could have been someone else entirely. I need to put the chat up. Where is it? Why did my chat go? I need to put it up. Where is it? Where? That one. Oh, is it just not working? It just hates me. Okay, that's cool. Hey, fuck you too, chat. Box thing, it doesn't work. I don't like you anyway. Maybe it just hates me. Okay, that's cool. I don't care. I have no opinion on it to begin with. Everything was left to fate. There could have been someone else entirely. Fuck chat. True. Oh, you're right there. I see it. I was losing my mind. I'm here. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. Ichi-sama, you said that you were gonna bust down, and I didn't believe you, but you really fuck. You said that door to Madam's room was stained with traces of something like blood, right? Oh god. No more. The same substance that was painted on the shutter? Was it? Indeed. It was grapefruit. It was an unsettling mark. Although, almost as though someone with someone with grapefruit-stained fingers had been trying to pull on the doorknob. No scratch though. No scratch through the door. No, scratch through the door. That sort of unpleasant mark. So does that mean Beatrice-sama came to visit Madam's room and tried to open the door, but couldn't? Genji thought back to the time he had seen those traces of grapefruit on the door from Natsuhi's room. Who died? Oh, you know what? We have a helpful little thing to tell us exactly who died. We don't know where he is. He's dead. Oh, you can see where the face is gone. That's so cute. His face is gone. Her face is gone. Her face is also gone. Her face is absolutely gone. And his face is also gone. So they're all dead. Yay! Who's not dead? We've got cool lady, cool daughter, the entire family over here. That's not suspicious at all. Ah! We got our guy. We got little child with dead mother that loves that her mother's dead. She's fun. We got funny doctor, funny butler, and old lady. That's all the people we have. It definitely appeared as though someone had tried to open the door, but couldn't. Why did Madame avoid being chosen as a sacrifice? If only she'd been chosen, Shannon wouldn't have to die. Just then a loud, sharp noise came in from the hall. Both of them turned around surprised. That's a pretty interesting chat you're having there. Let me join in too. Before any of the servants realized it, Battler was standing in the doorway to the kitchen. You bet the old lady did it? I bet you did it. I bet you jumped into this game and killed them all. Battler-sama, how rude of us. Genji-san and Kanon-kun stood up, surprised, and hastily bowed. But I didn't care about stuff like that. I was more concerned with continuing their discussion. His name is Battler? Yeah, his name is Battler. So, it's a funny story. They all have, not her. Well, they all kind of have normally American names. Except for this guy. It's not really a normal name, but you know. Are you a cop? Are you asking questions here? Battler did it. Yes, he did. How'd you know? Dude, you solved the game. We don't have to play it anymore. I can just, clear? Oh. Just kidding. I don't want to clear. I told them I was going to the bathroom, so they let me go. Now, I thought I'd suffocate if I was locked up in that room any longer. I was about to come ask you guys for some water, but then I overheard something pretty interesting. You don't need to bow your heads or anything. Please, let me hear the rest. That just now wasn't really. I've been listening to you for a while. Don't try to hide it now. So I'll ask directly. Who is this Beatrice? She's supposed to be a witch from a kid's story, but it doesn't look that way now. Dot. Is he some kind of vigilante? No, he isn't. Very, very interesting observation. Canon could have averted his gaze. Ugh. It was obvious that he didn't want to talk about this. Not at all. Which only made me want to ask even more. While making an effort to smile, I grabbed the collar of his shirt. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you! Last night, this would have been none of my business. But after this morning, everything's changed. Now that Dad and the rest have been killed, this is totally my business. I have the right to listen to this suspicious story, don't I? I glared into Kanan-kun's, sorry, I'm so used to adding the kun on the end. Stupid. Oh my god. Kanan-san, Kanan-chan. I glared into Kanan's eyes as he continued to avert his gaze in apparent pain. Since there was a big difference in our heights, Kanan had to stand on his toes and looked a bit hurt a bit. He's hurt.
Battler-san, please let go of him. If I have to do my voice anymore, I'm going to cry. It hurts so much. Ow, God, ow! Kanon-san isn't really hiding anything.
Then you won't have any problem talking about it, right? It's lonely being out of the loop, you know. When I tried to further twist up his collar, Genji cut in between us and spoke. And his expressions were faint traces that he'd made up his mind to do something. Silly Max-kun-chan Summit, shut up! Apparently he had no intention of hiding it. I can tell you about it. Kanan oh god, that's not his voice! I can tell you about it. Kanan only hesitated because you might have taken it badly, Battler-sama. Hesitating, huh? Not very manly of you. Whatever it is you're talking about, it's even more unpleasant having it kept a secret. Tell me about it. It's not like we have anything better to do before tomorrow comes. A slightly spooky story might be the best way to avoid... A slightly spooky story might be the best way to avoid getting bored. Genji-san and Kanan-kun looked at each other, then nodded as though he had decided to talk. Understood. Please ask me anything. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say the joke. I just thought it was funny. Understood. Please, Reddit AMA. I 18M. My sister 18S. My sister 18F just died. Am I the asshole for letting my sister die and her face get murdered and I'm still here? Reddit, please do your thing. Well, we will talk. Right. Then I'll ask. Who in the world is Beatrice? All I know is that she's a witch who lives here in the forest of Rokenjima. Yeah, he's just bored, dude. He's stuck in this fucking mansion. He's all bored, cooped up in here. What is he gonna do? Kill someone? It's not like he's a killer. Huh? Anyway. I've heard it's a story from grandmother who invaded to keep people out of a dangerous forest. Is that wrong? No, it isn't wrong. It's as you say. Beatrice is a witch who dwells in the forest of Rokenjima. Battler-sama, I don't expect you to believe this all of a sudden. Beatrice-sama exists. She is a real person, the one who gave the master a vast amount of gold and who worked by his side for many years. Huh? Come on. Is grandfather paying you to repeat everything he says? I laughed like it was a joke. Ha 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 ha. But neither Genji-san or Kanan-kun laughed. Not even Kumasawa Ba-chan, who was avoiding my eyes, flustered as she started to wash the dishes. So, unfortunately, I was the only one laughing. Ha ha ha. Oh, painfully, bitterly. I see that's why Genji-san refused to mention it. If you really mean it, of course I'd take it badly. So you're saying that a person named Beatrice actually exists? Yes. She has been working for the Master since the mansion was built on this island. Since before. She was most likely been working for him even longer than I have. What do you know about Kyrie-san? What do you know? Kyrie-san's theory was off. Grandfather really did have a confidant called Beatrice. Beatrice lives in the trees eating people's faces like some sort of rabid squirrel. It's true, she only subsists on a diet of half of people's faces. If you find a Beatrice in the wild, just give her some face and then she'll be happy and healthy. Is that person on the island now? Yes. I believe that she is here. That's a vague way to say it. I guess that means you haven't seen her face today or yesterday. That's correct. It is extremely difficult to say, but, Kanan-kun once again dropped his gaze, avoiding my eyes. Oh, you dropped your gaze. Here, let me pick them up for you. Come on. Don't just stop there. That's like freezing an inch before the blow, right? I urged him on jokingly again. However, it looked like Kanan was still confused as to whether he should speak or not. Then Kumasawa Bachan whispered.
Ho 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 ho!
That's not really whispering. It's kind of just a bad Santa impression.
You cannot see her face, because Beatrice-sama has no form.
She has no hole. She has no hole. She has no... What did he say? Beatrice-sama has no body. No body to... She's a nobody. Oh, fuck.
I'm whispering!
Therefore, unless Beatrice-sama wishes it... Oh, sorry. Unless Beatrice-sama wishes it, common people like us are not able to see her form. Let me turn this music up. Config. Whoa. See all my... Let's just raise this a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit higher. I literally pressed one button. Why is it so much? Never mind, I don't care. Not able to see your form.
I have heard that the portrait what Beatrice-sama looks like back when she had a human form. I can read. It seems he yearned for the figure so much, he will often stand in front of the portrait. Ho ho ho!
Beatrice-sama sometimes shows herself by changing form into glittering butterflies. I love butterflies. On the rare occasion that you could spot them somewhere in the mansion, there is a rule that you absolutely mustn't chase after them. It is whispered that you will meet with a disaster if you do. In fact, there was a servant who broke that rule and quit because of a great injury. Wait a sec. Are you kidding me? 50% off? That's an amazing deal! Are you serious about all this? Battler-sama, Beatrice-sama has already visited. Huh? Such language may... Oh, arrived. I can't read. Such language may be unwise. Beatrice-sama does not like it when she is profaned. If you doubt her existence, you will surely meet with disaster.
You'll probably find this topic unpleasant. I see why. I had the music down 1 degree. I am putting it back down 1 degree because it is so loud. But you know what? Beatrice-sama does exist.
She exists. Beatrice-sama hates people who doubt that. Can't you tell, Battler-sama? Beatrice-sama has already arrived here. Come on. Quit it. I'm weak against that stuff. Enough with the cheap threats. However, there was no trace of a joke in their eyes of the 3 servants. On the surface, I laughed and tried to look unconcerned, but I was quickly starting to sober up. Their eyes were also sobering up fast. We were all super drunk a couple seconds ago, but right now we are completely 100% dead sober. Listen, I could walk in a straight line right now. Are you saying I couldn't?
Battler-san, I think we all know you could walk in a straight line, but I beg that you stop profaning Beatrice-sama. Please trust me.
Kumasawa Bachan, who was usually cheerful and would always tease people, now spoke with a totally serious face. Well, even if you say she exists, I don't see anything. Are you trying to say she's standing right next to me or something? Quit joking around. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. What the fuck do I... Just then, that unnerving laugh suddenly filled the kitchen. Oh fuck, I don't want to do Maria's voice. Maria's voice is so high. When I turned around, Maria was standing there by the entrance. But her expression and the feeling about her presence, felt exactly the same as the servants. Huh, what do I want to do? What am I gonna do here? Do I do falsetto or not? Fuck.
Whether your wavelength matches or not is determined at birth. Battler, you were born with a Battler, no, I don't want to talk like this the whole time, please. Battler, you were born with a mismatched wavelength. That's why you can't see her. That's why you can't meet with her. And that's why you can't talk to her. You're the type, Beatrice.
Sorry, I need to adjust this voice so it's easier for me. You're the type Beatrice hates the most. Maria laughed like it was funny, but it sounded extremely eerie. It was almost like she was laughing at me because I alone didn't understand. Do you want to know about Beatrice?
You want to know about Beatrice? Beatrice is a 1,000-year-old witch. With all the demons at her command, she can harness the power of alchemy to create Philosopher's Stone and a vast quantity of gold. Grandfather built up a vast wealth in the Ushiramiya family by making a contract with her. Yesterday, I read Beatrice's letter, didn't I? That was real. Well, I guess it's pointless for me to try and force you to believe. After all, it looks like you were born without a trace of a sixth sense.
Oh, you're so annoying. What the fuck are you talking about? Witches? Demons? Who told you about that?
I heard it from Beatrice herself.
Maria kept doing that unpleasant laugh. It got worse every time I heard it. However, the servants who watched over didn't even blink. You think Beatrice would pay my student loans? I hope Beatrice pays my student. I hope Beatrice would just come in and go, "Hey, bitch," and shoot me. Anyway. That witch in the portrait adorning the entrance hall? Maria kept on laughing in a weird voice, as though this was nothing more or less than the truth. Maria, it might be rude to ask, but I'll ask one more time, okay? You fucking stupid? Are you dumb? Who gave you that letter yesterday?
I got it from Beatrice. How many times must I tell you before you understand? You don't get it, do you? You can't see it. You can't believe it, can you?
Just then, Maria's laughter suddenly stopped.
Battler, you still don't understand? Beatrice-sama exists.
She exists, you say. But where?
Like I said, Beatrice-sama exists here.
That's right, we all agree. That's right, now that I think about it, I've been feeling for a while now that the servants' eyes haven't been pointed in quite the right direction. I'd figured that they were just staring absent-mindedly, but that wasn't the case. The four here, Genji-san, Kanan-kun, Kumasawa-san, and Maria, everyone except me, was looking at a spot right behind me. Holding my breath tightly, I slowly looked over my shoulder. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. Except for Scrappy-Doo. I've known that the whole time. However, everyone in the room except for me was focusing on that point as if there was something there.
Beatrice is a mighty golden witch who has lived for 1,000 years. She's so epic and cool, I wish I could just be like her. But since she hasn't shown her form to humans in the wrong wavelength, she can't talk to them. Meh meh. And you know what? That's really sad. It means she truly despises when people like you, who are born without a fragment of the ability needed to sense magic, deny that she exists. You're lucky, Battler. Good thing I gave you that charm yesterday, right? Don't you realize what kind of curse Beatrice would have put on you by now if you hadn't been carrying it around? You really are lucky, Battler.
Oh, that scorpion keychain. I thought that was just some cheap gift or something. But are you saying it really had some power? Battler. That's his name. Good job. You got his name right.
If it weren't for that, you'd be lying in the storehouse as a sacrifice with your face crushed by now. You're so lucky, Battler. Oh my god.
I see. Hey, can you like stop doing that? It'd probably be easier on your voice if you just said he. But okay. So if it weren't for that, I would have been killed by now.
Battler, I know you believe in Beatrice. Just get on the boat, okay? Even though she exists.
Battler's so lucky. No, Battler not lucky.
Right over there, right now. Oh, I just slipped all the way down. Look. Hey, I'll bet you want to believe it now. Believe it. And thank me for giving you that chain. If it weren't for that, you'd be in the storehouse right now. Oh my god, I can't do Maria's voice anymore. Please let this bitch die.
No, I feel bad for Maria. Don't let her die. Just let her not be on screen.
But then, maybe you would have saved someone else in exchange, right?
Poof. Right then, I burst out into laughter. Playing witches had been pretty fun up until a second ago, but unfortunately, that last one seemed to be too much for me to gloss over. Then it's all useless, isn't it, Maria? If that's true, then I'm sorry, but it's all useless. When Maria saw me suddenly laughing, she stopped. Even though she didn't understand what I was laughing at, she realized it wouldn't be pleasant for her.
What the fuck?
I thought it might hurt you, so I didn't say it earlier, but... Well, I thought I put that charm you gave me in my pocket. But I must have dropped it somewhere. So the charm hasn't been the only reason I'm alive can't be the only reason I'm alive now. Even though I should have been cursed by the witch, I'm perfectly fine. Sorry, but I don't believe in things I can't see with my own eyes. Sixth senses? Wavelengths? Magic sensitivity? Sorry, but I don't believe in fake shit like that. When I hear the girls in my class start talking about how good or bad their ability to sense the supernatural is, it pisses me off. I don't know how much grandfather is paying you, but if you're trying to talk me into joining some cult, believe me, you won't be able to do it that easily. Battler-sama, you guys are free to believe in whatever you want. But when it comes to whether I believe or not, the one who decides is always me. Sorry, but I can't believe in something as shady as Beatrice until I've seen her with my own eyes. I spoke forcefully and sharply and very coolly. Then Maria started cackling again.
And that's just fine, isn't it? Eventually, and people like you with totally mismatched wavelengths will be able to see Beatrice. Very soon, she will revive. Beatrice will revive. Once that happens, she's promised to take me to play with me a lot. Talk with me and play with me a lot. That's what I said. There will be absolutely no need for you to doubt or for us to force you to believe. She will appear very soon.
Okay. Bye, Maria. Time to go to nap time. Time for your little nappy poo. Time for you to go to sleep. We need to, like, get this girl, like, a playpen or something. Put her in, like, a little, like a dog. Like, just put her, like, in a corner or something. After a meal, some people tend to head to the bathroom, while others prefer to relax for a bit. I tend to shit myself while I'm standing straight up. It seemed that several people had left the parlor, just like I did when I went to the kitchen to drink some water. Natsuhi died with the gun in her hands, and her dead body started developing rigor mortis and shot 8 bullets into the room. And in the end, Aunt Natsuhi reluctantly retracted her order that everyone remain packed in the parlor, on the condition that No one headed out on their own or strayed too far. In any case, if 11 people are shut up in the same room starting early in the morning, the air will start to stagnate. Also, quite some time had passed, so everyone's starting to recover from the shock of that morning, and their sense of danger must have been weakening too. However, it was a certain fact that 6 people had been killed inside this mansion, so no one was completely negligent. So whenever they went out into the hallway for a breath of fresh air, trying to act tough, they would quickly get scared of standing there isolated, and would eventually return to the parlor. I guess it's like the north wind of the sun. It's, oh, sorry, not the, it's like the north, the, oh my god, it's like oh my god, it's like the north, the wind, the sun. Oh my, what the fuck did I just say? If you force someone to stay shut in, they'll resist, but if you tell them to do whatever they want, they'll come back obediently. People really do like not doing what they're told. What did he just say? People really do not like doing what they're told. Okay, I can't read. When the servants finished cleaning up from the meal, they returned obediently to the parlor, just as Aunt Natsuki had told them to. Sat on a sofa near the entrance, patiently awaiting orders. Maria shut the fuck up, and we just left her over here in the fireplace. That's where we put her. Maria, almost as though she had been suddenly finished playing, as though she had suddenly... There's like 5 more hours of this. I haven't even gotten through like an hour. That's what I was about to say. We're on the same wavelength. Maria, almost as though she had suddenly finished playing witches, had returned to the pure Maria I knew well, saying, "Oodoo, oodoo." What in the world happened back there? I hadn't felt even an atom of the presence of this person called Beatrice, who was supposedly standing behind me invisible. However, it felt like I glimpsed a little of that presence inside Maria. You're right. When Maria starts talking about witches, her personality changes. Atler-kun, you also saw it down by the beach yesterday, right? You mean that scorpion keychain? No, I don't mean like when her feelings were hurt. I'm talking about her having a dual personality or something. Yeah, that happens sometimes too. That thing Maria did when she was talking about the magic circle does happen every now and then. I have streamer sensitivities and VTuber wavelength. I can see them when I close my eyes. Every time I just see VTubers in my mind. In my mind's eye. It's freaky though. Apparently Jessica had spotted that he Maria a few times. I just happened to catch it at a bad moment and was pretty freaked out at seeing it for the first time. So what is that? Does Maria have a dual personality or something? Or are you saying that her spiritual sense really is that strong, and she's being possessed by a spirit or whatever? No, I don't think it's that. Haven't you ever experienced it? I hate those VTuber things. Hey, look in a mirror. When you were small, didn't you ever want to be someone other than yourself? I talk like this because I hate myself. When humans are born, no one has individuality. However, when they reach their growth period, their sense of self starts to be born. They want to be different than other people. But since everyone else in their class is learning the same things at the same rate and being forced into the same lifestyle, of course they aren't going to find anything that makes them different from everyone else around them. Once they realize that, the first thing they do is start breaking the rules in what's called the rebellious stage. Since everyone else follows the rules, they want to show off their individuality by breaking them. So even those who try to act tough, mocking everyone around them and calling them childish, can actually be viewed as cute kids searching for themselves, if you look at it this way. Well, I'm lecturing about this like I'm so smart, but I actually got it secondhand from George Aniki, fuck, whatever. I myself was one of those embarrassing guys who thought it would be cool to act like a little bastard. Well, that was when I was at the age when you try to show off for the opposite sex. The main feature for the growing period lies in an impulse to break away from your life as a kid, like a chick trying to crack open the shell of their egg. This is a hard voice to do. Do you know what makes children and adults different? Age? Or do you mean size? No, it's experience. Adults can look down on children because children have very little life experience. The reason they snort at everything children say is because they think kids know nothing about the real world. Yeah, I understand that. When you're a kid, you talk like you got life all figured out somehow, trying to act like an adult. Sex? No, stop. No matter what kids say, adults just snort at them and act like they're too naive, or that they'll understand when they get older or something. That's probably true, but to a kid it's just annoying, like they're being looked down upon. I get it. It's a question of knowledge and experience. Well, I guess you're right when there's no reason to respect a person for their age if they've just wasted their lives. Therefore, during the period when they try to separate themselves from other children, they also try to take on personality traits different from those around them. And if knowledge and experience is what separates kids and adults... You're so naive. You guys are mean. And by you guys, I mean you specifically. Oh shit, ow, that actually hurt. I get it. If they know something no one else knows, it becomes part of their identity. You know, when I was in elementary school, I learned things no one else knew. Get things no one else had, wear things no one else wore, and became a bit of a hero for it. I'll bet you've done the same thing, Battler. Yeah. There was definitely an age when I wanted to excel at some skill or other. I see. So that's because I was trying to separate myself from being a child, or going through my own growing period, or in other words. If you put a positive spin on it, the growing period forces you to separate yourself from others, thereby pushing you to gain skills and knowledge no one else has. This is also interesting from a sociological standpoint. God, it's almost like 6 of my family members didn't just die, and I'm just talking like I'm super cool. Because people hate being like everyone else. They try to learn skills or other people don't know. Oh, it's almost like my dead fiance isn't just sitting in a warehouse over there. That's so funny, I'm just talking about this right now. I'm so happy. In this way, society can acquire the broad range of skills it needs to survive. The quantity of God's programming is truly surprising. Quality. Well, unique personality traits can also be negative, right? God, fuck, we're... Like, if we say everyone in class was studying hard, but I was the only one slacking off, trying to stand out. Okay, that bit... Whoa. Sorry. Well, unique personality traits can also be negative, right? Like, if, say, everyone in class was studying hard, but I was the only one slacking off, trying to stand out. Okay, that last bit really was true about me. It's only recently that I've been able to thank the middle school teacher who slapped me after school. Slapped? But well, I'd try to jump over things no one else could. Sprinting as fast as I could, trying to slap those guys with good grades when they did a marathon. We did a marathon. I just felt like doing it. It was in my nature that if I couldn't study well, then at least I could get back at them by exercising. I see. So I really did go through a proper growing period. I guess boys really just too tend to focus more on physical stuff. But you know, girls of the same age tend to focus more on mental, spiritual things. I'll bet there were groups of girls in your class that got really interested in fortune telling and their spiritual senses. Yeah, there were. They'd come over asking me for my sign and my blood type, and then they'd laugh like, I thought so! That really got on my nerves. No matter which class you go to, girls like fortune telling. Deciding whether or not your spirit sense is strong or weak, what your sensitivity is, or whether you can see the unseeable. That kind of thing definitely happened to me. Unique personality traits can be negative, like when half your family dies but you can't stop telling your people. Yeah. Trauma responses can be really shitty, like when your dead wife is dead and sitting in a rotting fucking shed, and then you're just like, did you know children experience real fear and pain, and if you look at a child they'll start crying. I think that's just you, Georgianiki. I don't think kids cry at normal people. That kind of thing definitely happened to me. That's because I hate you and I wish you died, Battler. I wish you would fall off that cliff over there. Oh, okay. That's because fortune telling and spiritual senses are things that aren't taught in school. The girls, who tend to be more introverted. Whoa. Whoa. He hated her, so she's happy now. No, he loved her. Here, do we have to go back? Here. He hated her. Yeah, say that to fucking fuck you. I'm proving a point. I'm proving such a point right now. Oh, they're already dead. I want to see him cry like a little bitch again. I want to see him a little baby bitch cry over his dead fiance. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm happy. Oh, hey, I'm alive. Oh, I'm so alive right now. I'm so glad I don't have to do her voice because it sounds like all the other women's voices. Let's go for Kyrie being dead. I'm crying. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, I'm here. I'm your dad. I'm not your dad. I'm dying. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, he's still going. Oh, moving. Letter. Sepia tone. Oh, I'm happy. You're dead. Gold. Oh, I'm here. See, this is great. This is so we're getting the whole story again. Hey, oh, hi, oh, hey, hi, I'm also dead. Oh, yep, I'm dead. You're so dead. All these people dead, 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 not dead, dead, not dead, 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 dead. Oh, hey, I'm talking. Oh, look, oh, beautiful. Look at this scene. She's gonna put the ring on. Oh, she's putting the ring on. He gave her a ring. He's like, I love you so much. Oh, look, you're so happy. I love you so much. Oh God, you're dead. And there we go. That's all we needed to see. That was Umineko. That was actually all of Umineko. We finished the game. Actually so done right now. Shannon entered the hall because she was dead and no one cared about her, and her husband hates her, and then she's wearing a ring and he's saw the ring and her face get chopped off. And that's all how I remembered I had a flashback to my dead wife dying. You know, I guess technically she's always been my fiance at this point, but it's not, whatever. That's because fortune telling and spiritual senses aren't things taught in schools. Girls who tend to be more introverted. It's a genre that I can't speak and I don't care. It's a genre that's easy to build on an identity upon, and one that holds a lot of interest in them. Oh, wow, it's almost like they're trying to tell me something. Just like how when boys enter the growing period, they start acting tough and rebel against adults. Rebel. When girls enter the growing period, they start getting interested in that kind of thing. Well, I didn't know. So Maria having so much interest in the occult isn't that rare amongst girls her age. Even if we accept that, I wonder if it explains that creepy dual personality thing. Actually, I think I probably could accept that explanation more or less. As you said, becoming an adult means gaining knowledge and experience. So, to gain from that, it's necessary for children to learn all sorts of things and break free from childhood. However, there are certain convenient delusions that you often see in the world of children, both now and the past. Do you know what I mean? You see it all the time in manga and anime, right? Oh my god, it's kinda like that. Like, you've got memories from a previous life that's starting to resurface. Like, you're being possessed by the soul of a great something or whatever. It's called schizophrenia. Yeah, I mean, you could call it that. I don't know. It could be like that sleeping gene thing gets awakened, or maybe a sealed power, or a memory returns. There's all kinds. It's called being a stupid kid who's playing pretend. For some reason, stuff like that's really popular at that age. I wonder why. Why is that? All those examples you've just mentioned are illusions that let children immediately add to their sum of knowledge and experience. If a 9-year-old girl says she has a 1,000-year-old witch possessing her, then she gains a 1,009-year-old identity. So basically, studying is annoying. But these delusions are convenient for people who want to brag about having a skill no one else has, amazing the people around them. So you could brag about something without having to work hard or study. See, isn't that a kid's greatest dream? Furthermore, in their desire to separate themselves from being kids, they always project an image of their ideal self. You know, it's not rare for a desired self to become an alternate personality. Even you, Battler-kun, probably had a slightly different personality at home and at school, right? It'd probably be embarrassing if your friends at school saw how you were at home. At school, you try to project yourself as you wanted to be. But at home is where you're your true self. You're. So in other words, I'm changing my personality depending on the situation. Trying to say that having multiple personalities is actually really common? A girl who's a fan of the occult might say she's being possessed or awakened. Honestly, there are some kind of kids who change their personalities so much it's creepy. And some boys do it too, right? Ew, boys. Guys who say they've blown their top and suddenly turn into some overplayed violent character. I am being possessed by a millionaire, so that means I have so much money in my bank account right now. If you're being possessed by a millionaire, you just go to that millionaire's bank account and use their PIN number, obviously. Yeah, that's how that works. I bet they think it's really cool, but it's really stupid. Let's sum this all up. So you're saying that even if a girl about Maria's age shows a creepy second personality like she did a minute ago, it isn't such a rare or unusual thing? Simply put, no. That's right. Identity is an important factor when building up one's sense of self. Oh my god, if you make fun of it, it could actually cause children to go back into their shells. So it's important to go along with them to some degree. Although, the broad-mindedness of a parent determines whether they play along in full or not. Aniki, I can't believe you're single. Hey, Battler, maybe don't say that when his fiancé just died. He's gonna, like, fucking relapse right now. Aniki, I can't believe you're single. You sound like you've already raised kids through middle school. So, I wonder if Aunt Rosa also knew as much about Maria's dual personality. George is just fucking crying. He's like, I'm not single. I'm not single. I'm not. I had a girlfriend and she died and I had her. She was real and she was definitely a real girlfriend and she wasn't from Canada. She's just having fun, going around eating some people's faces. Like, Maria can eat some people's faces as a little treat. Like, kids do that all the time. She knew about it. Just between us, Aunt Rosa really hated it. She said it was unpleasant and that Maria was becoming increasingly isolated from the rest of her class. So anytime Maria started talking about the occult or laughing like a witch, she'd slap her. Oh, yeah. We already know that Rosa's a fucking bitch in this one. Ugh. So anytime Maria started talking about the occult or laughing like a witch, she'd acting like a bitch, she'd slap her. It looks like Maria stopped talking that way in front of her. Maybe that thing back there was just a little game from a girl facing a growing period. It's a girl trying to show that she was different and independent by holding interest in witches and the occult. And since she wanted to be different from herself, young as she was switching between her normal personality and her nermal one. Her fucking nermal personality. Her fucking... Sorry. Her fucking... I got something waiting in the sidelines. Slap it. Shut the fuck up. Don't slap a child. Absolutely not. Between her normal, I keep saying it. Oh fuck. Oh, you already saw that. Sorry. Don't look at that. Don't look over there. How do I get rid of that? What the hell? What the fuck? Oh fuck, I can't get rid of it now. No, stop looking. Stop looking at it. I want to get rid of it. What the fuck? How the fuck did it even pop up there? What is that? Window capture. Yeah, stop. Stop looking. No. Oh my god. Oh well. Her fucking normal personality and the personality of her ideal, a witch. At first, I found it very disturbing. But after being lectured by George Niki, it felt like this was some path everyone walked down at some time or another. I hadn't told anyone, but when I was in kindergarten, I joined up with a little gang of kids trying to form an Earth Defense Force, saying that we'd help protect peace on Earth. My face turns red when I remember how, during what we called battle practice, we would chant,
EDF! EDF!
Dude, it was kindergarten. Like, come on. Just like usual, Maria was relaxing, immersed in the TV, doing and laughing like any girl her age. But on the inside, another personality. That of the ideal witch she respected and blindly accepted was sleeping. That wasn't anything extraordinary. It was perfectly natural for a girl of her age. I've calmed down a bit. The shock of my bizarre experience in the kitchen right now is just fading away. If I hadn't talked to Aniki or Jessica, I might still be frightened by the idea of an invisible witch is standing right behind me. However, can I really accept that as an explanation for what happened back there? If it had just been Maria, I could have explained it as the fickle delusions of a growing girl. Maria has 2 nermals inside her. But Genji, Kanon-kun, and Kumasawa Bachan have been there. None of them had denied what Maria said. They silently accepted that Beatrice exists. I'm starting to feel a little uneasy. Aunt Ava's position was that no 19th person existed. That the crime was an inside job tied to the family quarrels. On the other hand, Aunt Natsuki's position was that the culprit was hiding somewhere outside the mansion. So she rejected the possibility of an inside job and supported the idea of a 19th person existed. And in the kitchen, Maria and the servants had also supported the idea of a 19th person. But according to them, this 19th person isn't human. They said it was an invisible witch carrying out some mysterious plan. Like this blood on the floor. Is there a 19th person or not? I kind of just went into autopilot and I can't remember any of the last thing I just said. I can't remember anything that was just on the screen. I kind of was just reading, so... And is the culprit human or a witch? For some reason, I couldn't laugh off any more of those possibilities. Not even the most ridiculous story about the witch. Oh, no. Just a fade. Okay, never mind. Oh, there I am. Jessica. All I know about the story of the witch is that it was a story, and it was a witch. Made by the adults to keep the kids too scared to enter the forest, but... Is it different here in the mansion?
I feel the same way you do, okay? I think it was just a stupid ghost story that parents made up their kids so they would listen to them. But I can't deny that the atmosphere inside the mansion makes it a little hard to say out loud.
After all, Grandfather has proclaimed that Beatrice exists. And because of their position, the servants can't doubt that. Even Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsu don't want to get in a fight with him, so on the surface, they go along with it. So it's probably fair to say that doubting the existence of Beatrice is taboo to those who live and work in this mansion. Unlike the rest of us, who only come here once a year. Is that right? Jessica took a deep breath in admiration. It looked like Aniki had guessed right.
It's just like you say. No one really believes it on the inside. But on the outside, they accept that she exists. See, it's just like the way some people are about God. Even if they know God doesn't exist, they feel like it'd be uncouth if they actually said it out loud.
How do you know the servants feel how do you think the servants feel about it? Are they just going along with it because Grandfather, their employer, said that she exists?
Well, I don't really know the details, but between the servants, the story about Beatrice has been treated like a sort of ghost story. Remember yesterday, when Shannon was talking to us down by the beach? That story about how one night, when she was doing the rounds of the mansion, she saw something unsettling?
She did say something like that, didn't she? Back then, I thought she was being really nice to help improve Maria's mood. But it felt like she was serious when she said it. That's right. She definitely said it. She definitely said the same kind of thing that Genji and the rest of them had unanimously declared back in the kitchen. I got that word. Fuck!
In addition, some servants have been seen to see the will-o'-the-wisps and glittering butterflies dancing around. Hanan-kun also saw something like that when he went patrolling one night. And recently, you often hear servants talking about strange footsteps heard inside the mansion near midnight.
She's alive! She's come back from the dead. We resuscitated her. Her face grew back in the pod. Oh shit.
We've whispered together that Beatrice-sama in the portrait sometimes makes herself invisible and walks through the mansion. It happened a while ago, but even I have heard footsteps patrolling at night when I resemble these stories.
That's right. She definitely said that. Exactly the same thing I had been told just now.
But there's nothing to be afraid of. Beatrice-sama is another ruler of this mansion, separate from the master. So there's no need to be unnaturally afraid. If you respect her, I hear she won't do anything bad.
However, she can be quite terrifying if you don't respect her, right? I respect you, Queen.
Correct. I've heard that just before I began working here, someone who spoke badly about Beatrice-sama fell down the stairs and quit after receiving a large injury to their back. And because of that, there is a rumor between the servants that Beatrice-sama's anger had been brought down upon this person. I heard she killed that bitch.
If you don't respect her, you will suffer her wrath and get hurt. So to the servants, Beatrice's existence is just as credible as the story that you pull pranks on Inari-san, you'll be cursed by the Kitsune. Let's go to tips. Grimoire. Inari and Kitsune. Inari is the Shinto god of foxes, agriculture, fertility, rice, tea, and sake, and is one of the most revered and major of the Shinto gods. Inari is depicted as differently by time to time, and may be male, female, or even a plurality of gods. Over the third of Japan's Shinto shrines are dedicated to Inari and feature torii and statues of Kitsune. The Kitsune are large white boxes that are Inari's benevolent messengers, but they can be malicious and bring about grave disasters. Okay. Of course, even though everyone accepts that curses and the like don't exist in the modern era, people are still afraid and still have a little respect for them. You often see it when, in a residential area, someone is building a house, and they call a Shinto priest for a ceremony to honor the god of the plot of land. You might think that that was a big waste of time and money, but it is said that if the workers don't do that, a big accident will occur, so they never neglect to do it. So the fox ate their faces? Yes, that was the thing to get out of that experience. The fox is the one eating the faces. Beatrice kills them, and then the fox comes over and just nibbles on the faces. You also hear about if an Inari shrine is carelessly removed during a town replanning, there'd be a curse by Kitsune-sama. I think I must have read somewhere that the occupying forces were trying to expand an airport. They tried to remove an Inari-san that was in the way, and the workers kept getting struck down by mysterious fevers. Even in modern cities like Tokyo, it isn't rare to see modern buildings packed all around an old Inari-style shrine, leaving the shrine itself untouched. Oh my god, excuse me. And this wasn't limited to Japan. It's probably similar to how foreigners baptize babies. That's right, Christians. It's just like how foreigners baptize babies. If I remember right, by Christian doctrine, if unbaptized souls have even the slightest amount of sin, they will still go to hell. Putting water on a child's forehead doesn't do anything but make them cry. But if by doing that, parents can prevent their children from going to hell, they will happily go through with that ceremony. Wait, so you just gotta get baptized? Damn! That sucks. Sorry, parents, I'm going to hell. You didn't baptize me. In short, even in this modern society of reason, we were still unable to throw away every trace of belief and fear. You could even say that we accept certain sorts of supernatural things, though in a passive way. Maybe the only difference on this island is that Beatrice is the object of that worship. So in other words, if anything happens that doesn't seem explainable in human terms, it's called the week of Beatrice. I gotta take a bath. I'm so full of sin. I gotta take a bath. It's called the work of Beatrice. I think Shannon-chan said it herself.
I'm a fucking gonna die. Bye, baby.
And then she died. That's what she said. Windows and doors and locks that were tightly shut would be open the next time you went to check on them. Lights that should have been on went out, and lights that should have been out were turned on. If I remember, even Jessica was joking about it, saying that was also the work of Beatrice when she couldn't find her bag in the morning. Your memory's pretty good. Normally you'd say some little imps took them, but on this island, it's Beatrice. There's no point to get baptized anyway. The baptized kids, they don't sin. Yeah, I mean, I think the point was that if you get baptized once, you're good. It's like if you get punched once, like you're not gonna get punched again. Like, you know the saying, like a punch never falls on the same face twice. That's a normal saying that people say all the time. It's Beatrice. Well, it's all pretty stupid though. This mansion has been standing for about 30 years by now, hasn't it? It's natural for things like that, for things that old that get their fair share of ghost and occult stories. Like the 7 mysteries at a school. But that's where I'll spin the chessboard around. Huh? What you talking about? Simply put, on this island, there's a rule that Beatrice gets blamed for anything that could have been done by humans. No. They'll eat your face. What the? Whoa. Simply put, on this island, there's a rule that Beatrice gets blamed for I already read this. Things that humans can't do. How many humans are here? 18. What's the first number in the alphabet? There isn't a first number in the alphabet. The alphabet's letters. In other words, the culprit is using the rules of this island to make it look like a witch committed this crime. Which proves that they desperately want us to think a 19th person did it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. What do you mean you don't like it? Let's assume some invisible 19th person exists and wants people to know they exist. If it were me, I'd do it with even more perfect timing. What do you mean by perfect timing? Well, the crime took place sometime between the middle of the night and dawn, right? We had some people who were talking together until the middle of the night, some people on night shifts, and some people who returned to their rooms and were sleeping. Everyone's alibi is really vague, so there's plenty of room to suspect that the crime was an inside job. Georgianiki, Aunt Ava probably told you too, right? There's a good chance this crime was an inside job. Yes, I guess. In other words, if this invisible 19th person really exists and wants to let us know that, this first crime was a complete failure. No, in the first place, they chose the wrong time of day to do it. If this invisible 19th person really wanted to show themselves, they had to make sure that the crime took place under conditions which prove that the remaining 12 people were all innocent. As long as there's a single human we can suspect, this 19th person's attempt to highlight their presence fails. That's why near midnight, when everyone's alibis are their vaguest, the 19th person's existence is also at its vaguest. And yet I am gonna still keep talking for 5 hours. I'm still gonna keep talking my little mouth off. And yet the culprit chose to commit the crime at that time. By committing the crime then, one of the 18 would obviously be suspected. And yet, someone handed Maria the letter and called themselves a witch, even though everyone denies they did it. In other words, you're trying to say that one of the 18 is trying to make it look like a 19th person called Beatrice exists? That's a pretty crazy idea. I think Mom's theory about someone hiding outside the mansion is a little bit more credible. Battler, don't tell me you actually think someone in this room is the culprit. I do. Someone's trying to force us to accept that Beatrice exists. That's right. This whole thing just started as far back as the letter last night. I don't have any basis or proof. But with the chessboard turned around, this is my best guess. Seriously, that's too crazy. You sure you haven't been reading too many weird detective novels? However, it's an angle we can't ignore. It's 18.421 degrees. That's far too low. Whether there's a 19th person or not, The culprit's definitely planning something involving that rule on this island, about this island. Just now, listening to Battler-kun talk, I remembered something that's a little disturbing. Something disturbing? Yes. Do you remember? Beatrice's letter. It said that Beatrice was going to collect interest. And by interest, it mentioned everything of the Ushiramiya family. Jessica and I had thought back on what Maria had thought. Oh my god. Jessica and I thought back on what Maria had said aloud of the previous night. Yeah, it said that. It definitely said that. That the collection of the interest was gonna take place shortly, but if the riddle of the gold could be solved, she'd lose that right. Grandfather received the gold and rebuilt the Ushiramiya family. In other words, according to Beatrice, everything created using the gold as capital counts as part of the interest. Which means... That's pretty scary for a joke, Aniki. You don't mean everything of the Ushiramiya family. In other words, everything that Grandfather gave birth to. In other words, everyone with Grandfather's blood flowing through their veins. If you interpret the letter that way, these murders are just Beatrice legitimately collecting interest. If that's the case, these crimes will continue, because the collection of interest is still only halfway completed. George turned around, looking over the parlor. There were so many people who held the name Ushiramiya. And because Goda-san and Shannon-chan had been killed, Grandpa gave birth? That's right. You came to this stream to find out that Umineko was all an impreg fanfiction about rich people and their grandfather who got pregnant and gave birth to 4 kids 4 separate times. Why did I say any of that? Oh my god. Who knew that even the servants were safe despite lacking the Ushiramiya family name? So are they planning to kill us all? But that's weird, George Nissan. In that case, why only 6 people? We should have all been able to kill a lot more. At worst, it should have been possible for them to assault everyone while they were sleeping and kill them in a single night. No. 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 Oh, that is one I definitely forgot about. Oh no. Okay. Count that on the list. I'll write it down. We'll draw that before I finish. Get out a post-it note. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you're interacting with the stream. Maybe next time, don't redeem something that makes me want to die. Kinzo... Preggers... what? Great, awesome. It's in the books. Cool. So glad. At worst, it should have been possible for them. Why didn't they do that? Why are you gonna draw Kinzo pregnant, Max? I don't know. I don't know why. The special clause. You have to draw Ushiramiya Kinzo pregnant. The special clause. If someone manages to solve the riddle of the gold, their right to interest will be lost. And remember how the letter ended? It challenged us to solve the riddle of Grandfather's gold. Jesus! It looks like we're finally understanding the culprit's message. In other words, the culprit is telling us to try and solve the riddle of the epitaph Grandfather had made. On top of that, they're saying that if we sit around, they'll keep collecting the interest. I realized that this was all based on several guesses that were way out there. But not everything that happens in this world fits together in a perfect line. Most of the events we don't understand are only individual points. By fitting them in a straight line, we're beginning to understand. When the points at either end of the line are really close, the line itself is more logical and easier to understand. And when these points are really far away, the opposite is true. It's the distance between these points that makes us say our guesses are way out there. However, if the distance we span are too narrow, that means our thinking will be narrow too. Is there a difference between making guesses and reasoning? Am I losing my mind? Am I just adding more dialogue in here so that I stretch out the runtime to be 8 more hours and so Max's voice turns into a red paste? Am I just asking myself questions because I hate myself? Am I just using easily made guesses to try and force this crime into a pattern I can understand? Who will know? No, that's not it. When you're lost in the dark and searching around with your hands, what you're doing is relying on your imagination and making guesses. Only imagination can find these points that need to be tied together. Reasoning is nothing more than the act of drawing lines between them. If you can't imagine, you can't reason. What I'm doing now may be way out there, but I'm sure it isn't a mistake either. Only the power of imagination can pull clues out from the darkness. Oh my god, someone is FaceTiming me. No. And then I can use the power of reasoning to tie those clues together. It was a lot like the process of searching out an enemy's weak spot and striking. Yeah. I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. It's okay if I'm way out there. Find a weak point first. Then we can think about how to strike. Right now is the time to find points we can tie together later. Later! Great, we got through all that dialogue I couldn't read, because I didn't understand it, and I wasn't, oh my god, my brain is turning to mush. Oh my god. I love Umineko. For the time being, I put aside whether a 19th person existed, and announced our theory that the goal of the culprit might have been to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph. Uncle Hideyoshi seemed to be extremely interested. Aunt Natsuki said it was ridiculous and dismissed it. Of course. If you think about it that way, even the letter from yesterday makes sense. Oh, it's braining. What? It's not braining, it's raining! Of course, if you think about it that way, that letter from yesterday makes sense. That motive seems to fit pretty well with the facts, setting aside whoever it was that gave Maria-chan that letter.
Ooh-doo! Beatrice exists! Ooh-doo!
Even though she was puffing up her cheeks in that cute way she'd been doing since yesterday, I couldn't think of it as cute. Because all I could think about was her nermal. The nermal that sat inside of her. We knew that she wasn't Maria, she was nermal. I couldn't think of it as cute. I poked fun at her, if I poked fun at her, it might suddenly transform into a creepy laugh. Oh, she's gone. Sorry, I gotta get rid of nermal. There is no hidden gold. However, if the culprit is blindly sure of its existence, and if they are trying to make it solve riddles before snatching the gold away for themselves, then I will agree it makes sense. However, if that were the case, why would they start killing the most highly ranked in the Ishirame family? I see your point. If they wanted to make us solve the riddle, killing those closest to Kinzo-san doesn't sound like a good plan to me. Oh, you people do not know. You wasted both of those, because I'll have you know, I already wrote down on this post-it note that I wanted to draw nermal in Maria's dress. I already knew. So you guys can act like you're like, oh, that was such a quirky thing. I thought of it first. I thought of it 30 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm gonna draw nermal with Maria's fucking shit on. And you can act like you're like, oh wow, I was so quirky to use the commission button to do that. I knew it. I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna be drawing Kinzo pregnant, I'm drawing Maria as nermal. I'm doing that. I feel so smart. I feel so, this is the smartest I felt in my entire life. I just played 8D chess. Oh my god. Have fun with that, stupid. Oh my god. Woo! I got out of doing that. Oh my god. Okay, grandpa, calm down. You're older than I am. Anyway. I see your point. If they wanted to make us solve the riddle, killing those closest to Kinzo-san doesn't sound like a good plan to me. That's true, though. And if we were going with that argument, wouldn't it have been quicker to threaten father in the first place? You'd think it'd be faster to just ask the person who wrote it, rather than try to force us to solve it. You got a point there. Still, I think it'd take more than your average threat to make father spill the beans. Anyone who knows Kinzo-san well would probably realize that he wouldn't bow to ordinary threats. He's the man who bears the responsibility for the Ushirimiya family and all its vast wealth. That means you have to draw it 3 times? No, I only have to draw it 2 times. Sure, let's get you back to sleep. I'm gonna put you in a home. He's been exposed to that threats and attacks in the past. That just means, oh, you know what I'll do? Hey, since you guys both said that, I'm gonna do the opposite. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw Kenzo pregnant, Maria normal in Maria's dress, and then Maria in a normal little pajama onesie. That's gonna be fun. That way I'm not drawing normal Maria 2 times and my brain explodes, because I would die. He's been exposed to many threats and attacks in the past. The family only prospers today because he was able to overcome all of them. That's freaking right! I can't even imagine our grandfather obeying someone because of a threat. Jessica, fucking shut up! Yes, Mom. In that case, what about this idea? That would be so cute if Pregnant Grandpa wasn't. So, Pregnant Grandpa is gonna be on its own little page, and then we'll get to the Maria one. In that case, what about this idea? No, wait. Is this one also way out there? I couldn't hesitate. Out there ideas are like bows and arrows. It might be hard to hit with, but it's a great weapon, because you can hit enemies far away. They say most people who died in battles were killed by arrow wounds. Is that true? I don't even feel like looking that up. Okay, you got it. In a battle, you can't just shoot off one arrow. You shoot off a whole bunch of arrows at once, pushing forwards towards an enemy of troops with a wall of them. But keep shooting over and over. Create a wall as you push forwards towards the truth. If the culprit is after the hidden gold, forcing us to solve the riddle wouldn't be very efficient for them. It'd be much quicker and easier to ask the person who made it in the first place. In that case, the question is this all a message directed at Grandfather? I don't know, is it? In other words, these murders were a threat made against Grandfather. If he didn't tell the culprit where the gold was, his family members would be killed off one by one. What if we weren't the only ones being forced to solve this riddle? What if Grandfather was too? If you think about it that way, it explains Grandfather's mysterious disappearance. If the culprit has already attacked Grandfather, then judging by the state of the 6 corpses we're left in, he should have been left on display somewhere with that horrible makeup added. But despite that, we still hadn't found him. So, does that mean Grandfather has been kidnapped and is being held somewhere? How could... You aren't saying... How could... Giggle giggle. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. So Grandfather's being confined somewhere, and the culprit's saying we'll be killed off one by one if he doesn't tell them where the gold is? It pains me to imagine how you find that interesting. Nazi glared at her, but Aunt Ava just smiled calmly. Since we haven't seen him after all this time, I think it's almost certain that Grandfather's gotten caught up in this crime. If you think about it, you can't just ignore Battler-kun's theory, right? Be quiet, George. In the first place, when did Father actually disappear? Please, someone has to free him. He's pregnant. We gotta get him to a hospital. Who was the last person to see Father? It was probably me. This morning, when we didn't know where my husband and the rest were, we discussed the possibility of it being in Father's study. And I went there to check his room and greeted him there. Come to think of it, I've been holding the key to his study this whole time, haven't I? Ginchi, let me return this to you. That Natsuki pulled the gold key and handed it to Genji. Looking at the key, Aunt Ava giggled. Hey, Genji-san. I'm sure the police will inspect Father's room thoroughly. If there's anything hidden there, it'll just be exposed anyway. So maybe it'd be better if you just told us about it right here, right now. What are you talking about? It's simple. Father's study is a closed room, with no way in or out except for that key, right? I want to verify whether that's true. There's one entrance to Father's study. What about the window? Any other entrances or exits? There are none. There is no way to get in except the entrance. You sure about that? There's some secret hidden door or anything? There isn't? Since Father isn't here, I'm the highest ranked member of the Ushiyamiya family. I'm asking you as a representative of the Ushiyamiya family head. Remember that you answer to me. Are there any ways in or out of that room other than the main entrance? As Father's closest aide, I'm sure you know. Aunt Natsuki looked a little offended at the part of highest ranked family member, but she kept her mouth closed for the time being and awaited Genji's answer. I couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. This is a little uncomfy. I don't like my aunt doing this. Why was she going on and on about hidden doors? You too, Kanan-kun, Kumasawa-san. If you know, won't you tell me? If there is one, it better be if you say so. Otherwise, a certain person might be driven into a corner in a second. If we assume that there is a hidden door, then my argument comes to nothing. Aunt Ava didn't specify which person was about to be driven into a corner, but following the flow of the conversation, I had to feel like she was referring to Aunt Natsuki. Mother, what are you talking about? George, stay quiet for a bit. What do you say? Genji-san, Kanan-kun, or Kumasawa-san? Is there a hidden door, or not? Genji-san, when you remodeled Father's study, you must have overseen the construction. I won't let you say you don't know. There is nothing like that in the Master's study. You sure? What about Kanan-kun? One who's allowed to wear the one-winged eagle? That's right. I'm sure. There is no such hidden door in the Master's study. Kumasawa-san?
No, I haven't heard of anything. Master was just 8 months pregnant and he was going on 9 and I'm just so worried for him. If his water breaks, I'm just...
What about Dr. Nanjo? You've had a closer relationship with Father. I've never heard of something like that. My poor patient. He could be having a live birth somewhere and we wouldn't know. Oh my god.
Very well then.
So are you ready? Let me begin. It's very simple. Everyone tilted their head doubtfully, wondering what Aunt Ava was starting to talk about so proudly. Aunt Ava laughed triumphantly, as though she were about to reveal a secret only she knew. The room's baby-proofed. Natsuki-san was the last person to spot Father, right? I forget the exact time, but I think it was a little before 9 in the morning. Nei-san, you remember? I ran into you just as you were coming out of Father's study, right? Yes, I remember. What does that have to do with anything? And when was the last time you went to visit Father's study? Is this Fishy Aroma? Oh fuck yeah, it's Fishy Aroma! That was after we found the bodies of Nissan and the rest, right? Together with me, you went up to the study to report that, and we discovered that he wasn't there. Why does she have a gun? Would you not have a gun if 6 people were murdered? If there was a gun lying around, I personally would not let anyone else touch that gun when I saw 6 people be murdered. She's holding it for safety. It was also in the Father's study, I think. Yeah. Together with me, went up to the study to report that, and we discovered that he wasn't there. By the way, Nate-san, at that time, when you went to Father's study, did you notice anything? Notice anything? What are you talking about? Come on! You picked up on some trash, right? A folded receipt. I do seem to remember picking up some trash. How is that relevant? I got that receipt when I bought some candy at the store before arriving at the airport. Aunt Ava pulled a small bag of candy out of her handbag. Ah, the receipt from that candy you bought back there. But, Mother, what does that receipt have to do with anything? George, stay quiet and listen for a little bit longer. Uncle Hideyoshi's expression was a little strict. Apparently, he understood what Aunt Ava was getting at. It really was just a whim. I definitely didn't foresee anything, or try to set up a trap for Natsume-san or anything like that. But I definitely set up a trap for that bitch. Actually, about that receipt. Nei-san, you remember bumping into me right after the last time you saw Father, right? At that time, I wedged this into the door of the study. So, what does that mean? Are you saying no one opened that door until Aunt Natsume picked up the receipt? Wait a second, Aunt Ava. Wedging a receipt would be obvious. It's possible that Grandfather opened the door, he noticed it, found it amusing, and stuck it back in the door. Jessica hurriedly argued back. She still didn't really know what this all meant, but she realized whatever it was, it would raise suspicions about her own mother. Of course. I folded the receipt up very small so no one would notice it. But even if you assume he saw it fall, he would have no way of knowing how high up in the door it had been stuck, right? I checked it while Natsume-san was taking the key out. The receipt was still stuck 1 millimeter away from where I put it, not 1. I can't understand why you would pull such a childish prank. I'll bet you were the one who did this prank on the door to my room too. Door to your room? It was unpleasant to talk about, so I never mentioned it. But when I woke up this morning, there were signs of some prank on my door with what was probably the same red paint that was scribbled across the shutter. And there were some unpleasant marks, as though someone had been tearing at the door. Wait, what's this? Why'd you keep quiet about this till now? My apologies. There were so many horrible things that had occurred since then, I'd completely forgotten about it until this moment. I don't know anything about that. I'm not talking about your door, but the door to Father's room, right? Between the time you confirmed that he was in this room and the time we confirmed that he wasn't, that door wasn't opened even once. How did Father get out if he didn't use the door? I don't know that. That's what I want to know. Natsume-san, other than you, who else checked to see whether Father was in his room? Last night. The time when I was with Kinzo-san was when we were playing chess, so I was with him up until before dinner. We saw him after that. I did. I gave him his dinner last night. Yes, Shauna and I were with him. So at that time, Father was still definitely in his room. However, Natsume-san, when you found out he wasn't there, it looks like all ways in or out of the study were closed, right? But even so, you said you met him with him this morning. I don't understand why everyone's becoming so gloomy. Could someone please explain it to me? Father and Mother, are you saying that what Natsu says about meeting Grandfather this morning was a lie? Like hell she'd lie about that! Mom's guiltless! Why would she lie? Jessica, I keep telling you to watch your language! All at once, the whole room was in an uproar. Aunt Ava and Aunt Natsu confronting each other across the parlor table, with George confronting Jessica. What the heck's going on? Many people spotted him last night, right? But since this morning, the only one who claimed to have seen Father is Natsuhine-san. And then there's that strange fact we learned from my receipt. So how can we connect these points together? Wait, Aunt Ava urged everyone to imagine it. Sure, that receipt could become an important point, but I didn't know which other points to tie it to, or how. If we try searching for the answer Aunt Ava probably wants, we'll find that Aunt Natsu lied and acted as though grandfather was in the room this morning. Has that fact been exposed by a whim of Aunt Ava's? I don't get it at all! Why would Mom have to lie? She has no reason to, right? That's what I want to know. But Jessica-chan, you can't be sure she had no reason to lie and say grandfather was in the room. After all, you see it in mystery novels every now and then. That trick where people fake the time of death to create an alibi for themselves. What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. We still haven't found Father yet, but it's probably natural to assume he's already been killed. If that's true, there's no doubt we'll find his corpse soon. If, at that point, the time of death could be cleverly faked, Natsune-san would be able to create an alibi. How? I need to check something. I need to check something because this is going on so fucking long. Holy shit. I really just fucking lied when I said that I could do this, huh? Where am I? I'm here. Okay. Okay. We are right with Jessica and Ava on screen. Right. Jessica and Ava. Okay. So there's about 30 more minutes of this episode! God damn! Holy shit, we've been doing this for so long. Why would you lie? I didn't lie at all. I only lied about being able to do the rest of the stream today because I thought in my mind, I was like, oh, there's only like an hour or two left. No, there's fucking 5 hours! Okay. Listen, I have a solution. I have a solution that would get us to the 5 hours, but I'm not gonna take it. Here's what I'm thinking, right? We're gonna finish episode 1. I'm gonna get through the rest of this chapter at least. But when we finish episode 1, from that point on, we put on the character voices. Now, it's still gonna be low, and I'll still voice the characters, but if I don't want to voice a line, I don't have to. You can just lightly listen to Maria going, "Ugh!" I'm gonna do that in the future because there's a lot of really good character acting for the other episodes, and I kind of feel like it's a shame to not put those in these streams. Because I love acting this, but also it's killing me inside. And I'll keep acting. I'll keep doing these voices as long as I fucking live. I gotta get through this whole story, a whole 180 hours of it. If, at that point, the time of death could be cleverly faked, Natsune-san would be able to create an alibi. Do you understand, everyone? I'm not a liar, you're a liar! This morning, when Aunt Natsu confirmed that grandfather was there, she lied, and he was already dead at the time, and then she moved the body to some other location and tampered with it so that when we find it, we'll think he was killed just a second ago. That'd make it possible for her to create an alibi, even just by staying with the rest of us. Then she could say, I heard someone screaming! He killed their voices. I did! I killed their voices a long time ago. I can turn their voices back on any second, though. Then she could say, is that what Aunt Ava's saying? Ridiculous. I have my voice. I'm saying stuff right now. After all, detective novels are merely books for the purpose of entertainment. And books are merely forms of pieces of paper bound into several pages, and pages are just paper, and paper is just a ground up fiber from wood of trees, and trees are just the byproducts of fertilizer going in with seeds, and seeds are just given around by birds eating up the fruit of trees, and then you can only think of such an indiscreet idea because you read them all the time. That's right. Even if she did try to fake the time of death a little, all that would be blown away in an instant once the police did their autopsy. That might have worked in the past, but do you really think that kind of trick would work in modern Japan? It doesn't make any sense. You think so? This morning, when Dr. Nanjo looked up the corpse, he was only able to give a vague estimate of the time of death, right? Autopsy results are easily affected by the environment and individual differences. It's very relative estimate. Fuck me! It's very relative estimate within an uncertainty of several hours. And unfortunately, the police's scientific investigation will have to wait until tomorrow. It wouldn't be easy to measure the correct time of death so accurately, even in modern Japan. America. Isn't that right, Dr. Nanjo? Examining a corpse is an extremely difficult task that requires both experience and instinct. I have heard that there is a very high chance of a mistaken diagnosis. I imagine it is very possible for a misreading of just a few hours to occur. However, for an alibi, that's more than enough. It's an old trick. It's a trick that works well enough, Natsu-ne-san. It's not like we want to suspect you, okay? We just want you to prove your innocence so we don't have to suspect you. What is this innocence you want me to prove? This morning, I definitely met with Father. And he told me to keep the one-winged eagle engraved in my heart. Are you denying that he said that too? I will certainly not permit that. I won't let you deny that Father said those words. Or maybe Father's body won't appear anywhere. Normally, a person has to be missing for 7 years before they're officially dead. Wouldn't that be a clever way to extend Father's nearly finished life? Another 7 years, and keep all of his wealth for yourself. Fuck you, bitch! I can't let you get away with saying that. I can't let you get away with saying any more. I am Ushiromiya Natsuki. Although I do not have the right to wear the one-winged eagle on my body, it is certainly engraved on my heart. What do you think you're saying to the wife of Kraus, successor to the head, and the one who will act as such in his place? What's this? Are you going to shoot me with that gun? Go ahead, if you only just shoot. You're just desperate because you can't think of any way out, right? You do it. Just try to obscure the truth with violence. You? It wasn't like Aunt Natsuki had been actually holding that gun at the ready and threatening anyone. But, as she was egged on by Aunt Ava, she did hold it at the ready. Unsurprisingly, once things got to this stage, Jessica and Ginchi-san tried to stop her. Hey, stop that shit. Madam, please, calm yourself. Mom, you aren't lying, so there's no reason for you to listen to this. Calm down, Natsu-san. All you gotta do is swear that Father definitely was in that room. Why are you getting so worked up? That is correct. Natsu-san isn't lying. Shouldn't that be the end of it? Then I want you to explain. How did Father manage to disappear from the room? Mom, shoot that bitch! The window was closed tight from the inside. The same was true for the door, right? This morning, if you really met with Father, then you must explain how Father disappeared from this unopenable door closed room scenario. If you don't, that'll mean you're lying after all, right? How far do you plan to mock me? If you want to argue back, go ahead. That's right. Try explaining it right here, right now. If you do, I'll apologize for suspecting you. How did Father manage to get out of the closed room? I cannot explain, and there's no need for me to do so. Really? Then let me explain it. Let's take the best parts from my perspective and yours and come with a more friendly explanation. I'll believe what you said about Father still being in his room this morning. However, the next time that door was open, Father wasn't there. You don't have any objections so far, right? I have no desire to hear anything more you have to say. Shut your frivolous mouth! My reasoning goes like this, okay? I can confirm that on both occasions, you were the only one to go through that door. And the receipt proves it. So what the answer to the puzzle of how Father left a room? The window! He was sent out the window. Natsu-ne-san. You threw Father out of the third-story window of a study into the courtyard. You? Madam, please, endure it. Eva-sama, please stop this. After that, when you left and said you were going to check the doors and windows, you took father's corpse, which had fallen in the courtyard, and hid it. That was probably when you took some measures to fake the time of death, right? This ties in with the case regarding Kraus and Nisa and the rest, and also the case regarding Beatrice last night. There's really a good chance we've got reason to suspect Natsu-san in all those cases. Normally I wouldn't want to say this, but now it's out in the open. There's nothing else I can do. Please, Natsuhi-san, please explain how you can be innocent. Otherwise I can't help but suspect you. Why me? Why must I, Ushirami and Natsuhi, be insulted like this? Looks like we got everyone's views on record now. It's useless. It's all useless, Aunt Ava. What do you mean it's useless? Jessica looked up at me, hanging on to every word. Aunt Ava's expression was confident as ever. Useless, you say? What's this? What is? Battler-kun, tell me. You're only convinced it was Aunt Natsuhi because you're only looking at the case from a single angle. But I'm really smart and really cool. Unlike you, Aunt Ava. It's not like I'm defending her, but that bluff of a checkmate isn't gonna fly. I think your reasoning regarding that receipt was passable. It's not a bad thread of logic, but I'd only give you a grade of 65 at best. If this were an exam, that'd be bad enough to get you extra lessons in detention, right? Oh my. Well, how do you think anyone could break through that door sealed by my receipt and make father disappear, other than by my theory? It's true that your theory's an interesting one. And if you could say for sure that there's no way to make grandfather disappear, then you'd probably be able to prove that the last person to see him was Aunt Natsuhi. Aunt Natsuhi was guilty. However, since there's still a possibility she's innocent, and these accusations are false, we can't be sure about that. Then Battler-kun, what are you saying someone other than Natsuhi-san made grandfather disappear? Are you saying it'd be impossible for anyone else to do it? My receipt proved that, right? After the first time she visited that study, and until the second time when we visited it together, the study was oh my god. The study was a perfectly closed room, and when the seal was broken on the closed room, it was already missing. If that doesn't prove she's the culprit, what kind of trick could they have used? Like I said, Aunt Ava, only 65 points. So let's try spinning the chessboard around, shall we? The question isn't how someone managed to make grandfather disappear from the outside. We should think about how grandfather disappeared from the inside. I'm talking about his baby. Inside of his stomach was a little baby. The door had the receipt stuck in it, so it couldn't have been used. He also couldn't have gone through the window, because you can't lock it from the outside. And when Aunt Ava visited the study, she checked it to make sure it was locked. So the window also wasn't used. At that point, the study really was a closed room. We have to accept this. However, the study didn't remain a closed room forever. Once the seal created by the receipt was removed, it'd be possible for someone to escape by the door. In other words, the question isn't how Aunt Natsuhi made grandfather disappear. We need to think about how he was able to escape. Grandfather's study isn't an ordinary study, right? According to Genji-san, there's a toilet and a kitchen and even a bedroom, almost like a little house. For example, what if he was hiding under the bed and the two of you only thought he was missing? Aunt Ava, even you didn't check that far, right? And then the two of you went back down the stairs, thinking he wasn't there. At that time, the receipt was already gone. In other words, grandfather was hiding in his room the whole time. The whole time it was a closed room, and escaped after letting the two of you get past him. We can crack this closed room right open. What are you talking about? Why would father need to escape a room in such a bizarre fashion? He'll Don't be so absurd. Yeah, it might be absurd.
Clever little sneak.
Yeah, it might be absurd. However, it still shows that there's a possibility Aunt Nazi is being falsely accused. The receipt wasn't perfect. In chess, we might call that check, but it isn't checkmate. But the thing that really pisses me off is how you're presuming Aunt Nazi to explain it, pressuring, then claiming she has to be guilty if she doesn't. If you want to go down that road, then why don't you let me? Ushiramiya Battler spin the chessboard around one more time. Aunt Ava, according to your own argument, you must explain to us why you and Uncle Hideyoshi couldn't have killed those 6 last night and then casually returned to the guest house. You've been trying to force Aunt Nazi to explain, so I'm sure you can prove your own innocence, right? Especially now that all of Grandfather's wealth has suddenly plopped down right into your hands.
That's right. You're suspicious enough yourself, aren't you? If you say Mom's suspicious because she was the last person to see him, then what about you, Aunt Ava? The last person to see Dad and the rest? Just like Battler said, prove that you two weren't the ones who killed him.
Mother, I think also your reasoning was a little overeager. I'm sure the receipt was an important hint. But like Battler said, it's not enough to prove Aunt Nazi was responsible for some plot. We're all equally suspicious. It's not right for only Aunt Nazi to be persecuted.
Our proud father, crawling under his bed? You call nonsense like this an explanation? Then why don't you explain it first? Who killed those 6? And how? Then try... Who killed those 6 and how? And then try showing us proof that you weren't involved.
Oh, she's dead. She died. Jessica fucking died. I must have stumbled onto a mystery. Yeah, a little bit. Milady. Milady. Jessica suddenly started coughing. At first, I thought she was just choking after yelling too loud, but before long, I realized how painful it looked. That was painful for me to cough like that too. She just kept coughing and choking down on her hands and knees.
Jessica, hang in there. Dr. Nanjo.
Jessica-san, your inhaler, quickly. You stupid fucking little girl. Use your inhaler, you asthmatic bitch. No, wait. I have one with me. Dr. Nanjo pulled a broccoli... No, don't, no, not this word. Bronchodilator inhaler from his own bag, which was lying on the sofa, and handed it to Jessica. Come to think of it, 6 years ago, didn't Jessica sometimes break into violent coughing fits and have to use that? I can't tell if real coughs. It was real coughs. I was coughing. I was actually coughing. Just cough. Oh my god, I almost just threw up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was faking throwing up and I almost just actually threw up. Holy shit. Oh my god, my abs like contracted as if I was going to start throwing up. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm cool. Didn't she break into coughing fits like that? However, 6 years ago, I never saw Jessica look like she was in this much pain. I'm crying. Aniki, was Jessica's asthma always this bad? It's gotten a lot worse these last few years. It's no problem when she's normal. But when an attack comes suddenly, she can't stop coughing anymore. Milady, your medicine. Here. Taking the inhaler from Kanan-kun, Jessica used it with a practiced hand. It looked like her throat would still itch for a while, but she had it under control. Oh my god. It's like crying, but with your mouth. yeah, it's true. I can make myself violently ill. Fake it more. Fake the moon landing. You do that. Are you okay, Jessica? Peeing with your eyes. I don't like any of the comments that are happening right now. You scared me. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Beads of sweat covered Jessica's whole body and she couldn't hide her rough breathing, but it looked like her sudden attack had calmed down for now. Injects polio. What? No. 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 Stop it! You can't inject polio into me! The disturbance in the force had made the dangerous atmosphere up until now seem slightly unfocused. That's fine. The kind of battle of mutual suspicion is completely unnecessary. When you think about it, finding alibis for each other and looking for the culprit is probably meaningless. After all, we're just powerless, ordinary people. We're just normal men. We're just men. What is that? We're just men. Just normal men. We're just ordinary people, and when the police come tomorrow, they'll definitely employ cutting-edge techniques and investigate the case thoroughly, solving all the riddles and arresting the culprit. Perhaps Battler-kun is right after all. Just as Nazi Nason is suspicious, I can't ignore the fact I'm suspicious too. We love the pregnant men here. We love missing pregnant grandfather. Ooh, will he give birth? Who knows? Arguing about that now will surely be unproductive. Everything will be fine if we just leave it to the police tomorrow. But don't you want to know too, Battler-kun? Who the culprit is? Don't you want to let them know the pain you feel from losing someone precious to you as soon as possible? I won't deny that. Even one day would be too long to let the wonderful bastard who's behind this go. But that doesn't mean that I want to suspect one of the 18. Even though I said what I said earlier, I don't even want to suspect you, Aunt Ava. To me, you're an awesome aunt who's always fun and playful. I don't want to trade insults with an aunt like that. I wouldn't want to do that with anyone here. Right? Everyone? I feel the same way as Battler-kun. Pointless to trade insults. It's probably just a stress built up because so many people have been crammed in one place since morning. Probably. It is only natural. It may not be my place to say it, but I think we should all relax as much as possible. Ava, I think we better cool our heads too. The receipt's definitely a big clue for figuring out how Father disappeared. We should tell the police about it when they come. That's right. Right. I just felt a little triumphant when I figured out that part with the receipt. Of course it isn't fair to only suspect Nazi Nason, right? We're just as suspicious. But still, Battler-kun, at least the part about the receipt is real, okay? Don't forget it. And try thinking deeply about what it means one more time, okay? Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi stood up. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't think she's supposed to say that. I don't think she's supposed to say that. Wait. I don't think that's supposed to be her line. Sorry. Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi stood up. It looked like they planned on leaving the parlor. No way that was an actual line. What? What the fuck happened there? Oh, it's probably something with my translation. That's just funny. It looked like they planned on leaving the parlor. In the end, it's pointless for us to keep playing detectives. After all, the police will reveal everything anyway. That's right. Even if we don't play this detective game, the typhoon will pass. And when those lively seagulls return to the harbor, everything will settle itself. It's haunted. It is haunted. Max, read the... I did. I was just so confused. I was like, what? And when those lively seagulls return to the harbor, everything will settle itself. That's right. If you think about it, this kind of crime is completely trivial. It will definitely be resolved. Even if we do nothing. When the seagulls cry. Nazi-ne-san, I take it you won't... Oh, by the way, when the seagulls cry, That's Umineko. Seagulls are Umineko, and it's Umineko when they cry. So that's what this is talking about. You guys are now you're just saying everything. Now you just say that you're watching a stream. That's the tantamount to what those comments are. Natsuki-san, I take it you don't want to see my face anymore. I feel the same. I fucking hate you, bitch. If I remember correctly, yesterday you had some rooms prepared for us in the mansion so that we wouldn't need to go back to the guest house, right? Those should each have a bath and a toilet, as well as a lock and a chain to secure the door. There's even a bed to lie on, and my husband will be able to watch TV without having to fight Maria-chan over which channel to watch, right? Do whatever you want. But make sure to be cautious. Thank you, Nason. And mind your own business, bitch. I'll be counting on you to keep an eye on everyone, okay? Because the culprit is definitely here. And Nason, make sure you don't forget to keep an eye on yourself, too. Have you finished taking your parting shot? Yes, I'm finished. See you, Natsuki-san. Genji-san, let us know when it's time for dinner. Until then, we'll lock ourselves in with the chain. Genji, Kanon, escort them to the guest room. We'll be fine. I hate shady escorts. In fact, I'd be more comfortable if nobody leaves this room until we reach ours. Let's go, George. I'll stay here with everyone. George, the culprit is in this room. Do you plan on staying in a place like that? Leaving this room would be the same as suspecting one of my relatives. I can't believe anyone in our family is capable of something that horrible. George! Darling, you tell him to! George is already an adult man. If his code tells him not to leave this room, then it's up to him. Let him do what he wants. Father. Fuck you. Aunt Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi left. The only voices that called after them was the sound of the rain. And the chapter being over in 5, 4, 3, 2, more dialogue. The parlor was being buried under the savage atmosphere. When I looked at the clock, I was surprised to find it was already evening. Have we really spent that much time worrying about needless things? Talking with each other? Fighting with each other? 12 more hours? No way. Feeling bored, I started scratching at my head when Maria and I made eye contact. I was a little surprised, since I thought she was completely immersed in the TV. I believe it now. The letter. The murders, everything, it was all Beatrice. In fact, I almost feel like begging her to come out and take credit for it all. I want to be able to work it. I want it to be the work of a 19th person. Otherwise, the 18 of us will have to keep on suspecting each other. I think believing a 19th person is better than that. Bringing grandfather outside without opening the doors or windows must be a piece of cake for Beatrice, right? Maria, after taking a single short breath, hung her head and then raised her face again.
That's right. Locking a door is useless against a witch. Beatrice is familiar with 72 demons. The 33rd ranked Gap gives the power to instantly carry the desired person to any location. To her, taking a person out of a closed room isn't hard at all, you see.
Witches sure are incredible. To her, she feels like committing another crime. To do it in a way, tell her if she feels like committing another crime, to do it in a way no human could. And make me believe a 19th person, no, a witch, exists.
Okay, if I meet her, I'll tell her.
Yeah, let's go! Crap. Nothing's made sense to me for a while now. I deny it, and just when I want to believe that there are only 18 people, I deny that too. Even though I want there to be more than just 18 people here, I can't accept the existence of a 19th person. Oh, you know 72 demons? Name them all. Okay. Belial, Gap, Leviathan, Ronove. I'm just saying all the characters that are gonna be in this fucking game. I can't accept the existence of that 19th person. In short, even though there are more than 18 people, there are less than 19 people. What? Even though there are more than 18 people, there are less than 19 people. Oh, okay. The number of people on this island is 19 is less than X. 19 is greater than X is greater than 18. So that number of people can't be represented by an integer. However, it's impossible for there to be anything after the decimal point. You shouldn't be able to show the number of people with anything but an integer. And yet, 19 is greater than X and is greater than 18. Sorry guys, this stream is now demon cored. We got demoned. Wait, no, but demon core is a thing, right? Anyway. How do you explain the fraction less than 1? It's no wonder. That 19th person was something that couldn't be seen. That's why, since you can only write the number of people as an integer, you couldn't see that person. Nermal is the highest ranked demon. Nermal is actually Lucifer, that which cannot be seen. Because Beatrice has no body. Therefore, she is invisible. She's heartless. Is there a 19th person or not? Does a wish exist or not? 19 is greater than X is greater than 18. The witch exists somewhere in that X. Break the screen. Yeah. Okay. That's it for tonight. We're drawing. We're drawing tonight. Sorry, guys. I can't speak anymore. My voice is gonna give out. But two who are close. Okay. Save. Wow, that was awesome. Can't you believe that we got through the whole episode? That's crazy. Okay. Goodbye, Umineko. Hello, drawing. Let's put on some music. Oh, it's a little much. Put on music. These are gonna be quick ones, by the way. These are gonna be quick fucking drawings. Like, absolutely slapdash. Let's flip me around. Flip. Yeah. Okay, guys, who's ready? Let me change this quickly. Drawing first. Umineko. That's me. Art. Yeah. Update. Okay, who's ready to see a pregnant old man? I sure am. Where is it? Oh, that's why. I gotta turn the Elgato off now. There we go. Let's read. Oh god. Okay, transform. Let's go. Let's start drawing. Oh shit, my microphone is in a really fucked up place now. I fucking forgot. Oh well. Okay guys, I'm sorry if the audio is bad or whatever. I can't do anything about that now. Oh, I can kinda, wait. Let me, oh, there we go. Fixed it. This is a great place for my mic. Also if you say anything, you can't read it really. Kinda, I can look over from time to time, but you guys are probably all tired. Kenzo pregnant. Let's look up a reference of Kenzo who's ready. Kenzo, Hiro Mia. Oh, there he is. Like balding. I guess I should draw him smaller. Fucking. Ooh, isn't this such a therapeutic session? You get to... Aren't you gonna be so happy when we see the finished product? Whoa, we really get quality here. Oh, I can't wait to draw this man pregnant. I can't wait. I'm so glad I got forced to do this against my will. And everyone's just leaving me here to sit with it. Awesome. So cool, guys. So cool of you to do this to me. Yep. Let's just do his funny thing there. And... yeah, right? You do that, but then we do a big old baby bump here. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Let's just make it really, really big. You gotta start from the stomach area. He's kind of facing forward a little bit. Gotta give it a little heft. Yeah. Let's give it a little. There we go. That's as much as I want to draw this. That's pretty much as much as I want to draw whatever this fucking image is. But here, I'll edit it a little so it looks a little bit more. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. This is really doing something. Oh, he's so happy. Why did you make me draw this? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh my god. Oh no, now my pin's fucked up. Pin size. This one. Yeah. He's wearing like a suit too. Great, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, make it more detailed. This is what you're getting. You pay for what you get for. I'm not gonna fucking dignify that with more detail. Fuck you. Okay, hope you got your screenshot because I'm erasing him right now. Sorry, Kenzo, you're dead. You're dying right now. I'm killing you in real life. File, new. Do I want to save changes to Untitled? Ooh, big ask. No, I don't. Thank you. Okay, let's look at nermal. Some nice nermal pics. Okay, well, I think it's easy. Start with this type of head shape. And, like, little ears. You can tell which one I like doing more. Because I'm putting more... I'm actually caring about how it looks. Really simple. Now the eyes are, like, huge. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Ow. Ow. Great, okay, so... Let me look at Wow, Max doesn't care about pregnant old elderly man? No, Max doesn't. Sorry. Umineko. Not cool. Hey guys, find someone who cares. Thanks. Yeah, let's just give Nermal some hair, you know? That's really what this design was missing. Really what this design was missing. Ooh, this is starting to look not okay. Let's go. Ooh, I can't believe I'm drawing this. This is also kind of upsetting to me. A little crown. How does this fucking crown even work? Oh my god. Oh well. He's elderly and pregnant. Shut the guys, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna start banning Kinzo. I'm gonna ban pregnant Kinzo from any discussions, okay? Not allowed to talk about him. What's her dress? Like a... Oh no. That... Giving Nermal a neck just gave me like a visceral fear. Oh god. Oh god, this is so bad. This is so fucked up. Oh wow, isn't she pretty? Ooh, this is a perfect song for how I feel about this. Isn't Nermal just the prettiest little princess you've ever seen? Wow. Oh god. Oh, of course a ribbon has to be fucking stupid. Whatever. There's the bird, yeah. No more old man giving birth. It's stop it. Ban. There, Nermal's done. Let's give Nermal some colors, okay? Pink. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, Nermal. This makes me happy for sure. Yo, this is so cool. Okay. Family will pair. No, not pregnant battler. Stop it, guys. Please. Think about what you're inflicting upon me. This is not cool. This is borderline bad. Borderline, not completely, but... There, she's so happy. Look at her. Oh, just full of glee. Nermal Ushiromiya. Yeah, love this. Love this so much. Wow, just a beautiful day with Nermal Ushiromiya in my eyes. I cannot believe it. No, stop. Not George pregnant. Stop. No more. Stop. At least I don't have anything to say to any of you. New. Save. titled like 54. Let me see what's happening on my stream. Okay. I saved nermal. Last one is Maria in a nermal costume. I don't want to draw this. I don't want to draw this at all. I'll just do this one quick. Oh shit. Oh my god. What the fuck am I doing? Big old smile. How? Oh fuck, I drew it too high. How much will you draw the pregnant? For how much? You can't pay me to do that. You can't pay me to draw a detailed version of that. I do not have commissions open. Sorry, commissions are closed. Big old puffy. So it's free? No, I didn't say that either. Okay guys, I think that's about it. I'll give her some color. As a treat. She gets it because she's just so happy. Oh, not that one. Here's what I get to do. I'll connect all these. There we go. Great. Perfect. Okay. If you guys are still okay, thank God. I feared for my life that I was gonna look over and you guys are still gonna be talking about stupid pregnant grandma. If I saw that, I would have banned you. Hope you knew that. Okay, there we go. Paint. Aw, oh, fuck! Where? Aw, oh, bitch. Aw, oh, bitch. I hate doing this. Connect. Connect. There we go. No. Yes, yes! Great! Okay, now just gray. Fuck! Not manual oversight font. It's I'm not the one talking about it. You guys are. I'm the normal one. Oh motherfucker! Oh motherfucker! Ugh. I love drawing digitally. It is my favorite pastime. I do it all the day, all the livelong day. Wait, no. What? Fuck. Fuck. Fuck! God, motherfucker. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream back, because now you got to torture me for like 80% of it. And this, I'm just gonna... No, fuck. Fuck it. She's so happy. She's so gray. Oh, she's just so gray. Okay, I don't see any openings for that. It should be a closed circle. Yes. There we go. We're done. Okay, that's it. I'm wrapping it up. Thank you so much. I will be back. I am still going. Here's my intention, right? Because I may or may not be getting an actual schedule soon. I am going to be uploading VODs every Tuesday and Thursday. I have a video up on my main channel now, if you guys didn't know that. There's like an actual video. I just kind of dropped it there. But I'm gonna be trying to come back for streams. I have 2 series I want to get through, which are Persona 3 Fest and Mega Man Battle Network. So the current plan is to finish up episode 1 at some point, and start those. So those are probably gonna be like 1 AM streams, just because that's when I get off work. Yay! But if I get free days, I'm gonna try to stream on them. So thank you so much. Is there anyone I can raid? I haven't raided anyone in like months, so I don't even know what to do anymore. No more pregnant grandfathers, thank God. We're done. I think I might just dip. Thank you guys so much again. This is really fun, and this made me want to do streaming again more. And I've been wanting to do that for a while. Lampy Moth, thank God. Fuck yeah. Okay. Slash raid. Lampy Moth. It was so great seeing everyone. I hope everyone has a great time. I'm gonna go pass out now. Okay, see you guys soon. Probably, maybe not, maybe see you in 3 months. Who knows? Goodbye! I'm gonna wait a second. Yeah, later. Bye-bye!